G'day everybody, and welcome to Robbie's limited edition river roundup for cod opening December 2016. River roundups from me these days are about as rare as broccoli on Robbie Alexander's dinner plate. I just don't make them very often, but this river roundup is brought to you by the probably 70 or 80 odd people that have messaged me in the last 3 or 4 days just asking what the rivers are looking like leading up to cod opening. I have been flooded with people asking me, hey Robbie, what are the rivers looking like at the moment? What's the ovens looking like? What's the king looking like? I'm thinking about fishing the broken, what's it looking like? So I've decided to make a video because, to be quite honest, I just don't have time to answer all of the messages individually, and I do apologise to those wonderful people that have taken the time to message me and have not heard back from me. I have this real inner fear of looking arrogant by not replying to messages, but realistically, I honest to God have been swamped. I'm doing the best I can to reply to some, but I am a little bit snowed under, so I'm going to make this video, share it on my social media, and hopefully you can get all the information that you're after, and hopefully I can answer some of the questions. Up here at the moment, I am on Reedy Creek. This is one of my favourite little creeks. This creek runs down from Beechworth, down through El Dorado, and eventually it runs into the Ovens River right down near Petrel Bar. I come up here catching carp. You can probably see on some of my YouTube videos, some of my carp fishing videos, that they've been filmed in this creek. Back when I was a teenager, right through here, through Reedy Creek, there was some great fishing for trout, particularly brown trout. This was a really nice brown trout fishery. But due to global warming and climate change, which I'm a big believer in, water temperature is higher, water flows are lower, and as a result, trout conditions, which were marginal, are now no good. And if you come up here looking for trout in this creek, well, you'd probably have more luck looking for a Koran in Pauline Hanson's bedside table, because the trout just aren't here. But anyway, folks, the question on everybody's lips, Murray cod, what are the rivers looking like? Well, if you look at the Reedy Creek here at the moment, you can see it's a little bit higher than normal for this time of year, but it looks great. The water's about as clear as it gets. It's still got a good flow of water, and the water, because it's flowing so well and breaking up over these rocks, it's got a good oxygen content. And it's a little bit warmer than it was a few weeks ago, but it's probably a bit cooler than normal for this time of the year. But being that it's the start of December in a couple of days, this is a little bit higher than normal, but it's looking absolutely fantastic. And pretty much that is the story right across northeast Victoria. I was down at Casey's Weir on the Broken River on Sunday fishing with a young friend of mine, Charlie Metadata. Charlie Murtadana, I think it is. I'll call him Metadata because it's easy to remember. Charlie's a great kid and I enjoy fishing with him, and unfortunately I was in a rush. But anyway, I was down at Casey's Weir with Charlie. The Broken River is about as clear as it gets by Broken River standards. It's still quite murky. It always is murky. But like Reedy Creek, it's flowing a bit higher than normal. So it's up a little bit with water flows. The water's flowing a bit stronger, but it's looking really good. It's as clear as it gets, and it's just a little bit higher. The Ovens River in Wangaratta is the same. It's a bit higher than normal for the start of December. It's at around about where it normally is early November. So it's about 3 or 4 weeks behind. The King River's looking really good. It's a little bit the same. The Kiwa River, it's the same again. It's really clear, but it's just a little bit higher than normal. The general consensus right across northeast Victoria is that the streams are a little bit higher than normal, but they're looking really, really good, and they're certainly fishable. Some of your favourite spots to cross the river when wading might be a little bit more tricky than normal, depending whereabouts you are. 3 or 4 days ago, I made a video about Murray cod fishing called What's in Your Backpack. I filmed that on the lower reaches of the Ovens River. And down there, the water was, same story, it was higher than normal. It was flowing quite a bit stronger than normal, but it was still very, very fishable. It was high enough for water to still be flowing off the main river and through the anna branches and channels of the lower Ovens River. Normally by this time of year they've stopped flowing, or they're just trickling, but they're still strong. This year they're flowing quite strongly still. So the water is still up a little bit. As a result of the water being up a little bit, quite a lot of access points, particularly in the national parks, are locked up. I can't name them all individually. I remember some that I've seen and some that I haven't. I don't know, but I do know that just make sure you do your homework before you head out, just in case your favourite fishing spot is still locked up. We had flooding rains here back in July, August and September, and even into early October, but then they come to a sudden stop. During October, it just stopped raining. Since mid-October, we've had 2 or 3 little drops of rain here and there, and that's it. half an inch here, then a few weeks later half an inch there. It's come to a sudden stop and everything is drying right out. So be very, very careful with your campfire if you're heading out this weekend, because there is a lot of dry grass around and it's only getting drier and hotter every single day. But those floods have displaced a lot of logs. So if you're going swimming in some of your favourite swimming spots where you swam last year, check the water first, because there's been a lot of logs moved and turned around, and there's logs where there didn't used to be logs, and there's clear spots where there used to be snags. There's banks washed in. Many people heading up this way for the first time since the floods may be surprised at the restructuring of some of the banks thanks to the floods. Some of your favourite logs that you used to fish are no longer there, but the fish will still be there, but they'll be somewhere different. They will have moved around a little bit. Might be upstream, 100 metres, or downstream. They don't die, they just find somewhere else to live. So expect things to be moved around a little bit, expect some of the tracks to be a little bit rough. Be careful with your bushfires this weekend, folks, with your campfires. Sorry, don't turn them into bushfires. But thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you found it informative and useful. Good luck on the water this weekend, folks. I'm looking forward to seeing everyone's cod photos and cod videos and stuff. It's just a great time of year to be in Northeast Victoria. Thank you very much for watching.